Good morning and welcome to another Facebook Live with Diane Alberts, and I'm coming to you from Troy, Michigan in my design den. It's a little in disarray right now. I know a tornado hit over in Macomb County, but it looks like it hit Oakland County here. I'm just kidding. I hope everybody's fine over in Macomb County. The storms have been quite intense here across the nation. I went on a little early because I want to go ahead and just do a quick check before I actually start the actual recording. So I'm just going to turn this over to see how I'm doing with okay, I think that should work. All right, so let's hope that we've got it in the right place today. It's been very frustrating not to be able to have my setup right. So I just wanted to set that there. So here I am. It is June 20th. We have 10 days left for our sale, and so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I say I have 2 more minutes, but I'm glad to know I think I got my setup correctly. It's tricky sometimes. I think the knobs get bent and not bent, loosened from where I tighten, and got my lights. I think we're going to have less shadows today, and so we're ready to go in a few minutes. So thank you for being patient with that. I'll also see if I can pull up my actual live. I'm not seeing it here, but we'll refresh. All right, we can skip ahead maybe, huh? And there we go. And then we can see the comments this time. Get all this little technology stuff taken care of first is always nice. So, it's not working. There we go. I should see comments now, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited for what I get to show you today. I hope I can do it good. There's so many things you can do. I have lots of things to share with you. And so grab your coffee. I don't know if I'm right on time or not. We have 1 more minute, but I grabbed my coffee this morning. And I specifically picked this flower cup. This is actually from the Naples Botanical Gardens, which are absolutely beautiful. I feel like I need to go there more often. It's just stunning, the displays and how much care they take. Whoops, that's my camera holder. So starting next Thursday, something's going to happen with some flowers. I'll explain that. So I'm going to put that down. Well, 1 more sip. Since it's coffee and a carb. Alrighty. It's 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining me again. This is Diane Alberts, starting out with another coffee and a card here in Troy, Michigan, in my design den. It's a little bit crazy getting ready for my club back there next Thursday, and I'm just still going through all the last chance and retired products and make sure I can get them. Good morning, Carol. So anyhow, I am going to get started here. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hopefully all my technology things are taken care of today. We'll go ahead and try it and see, and I hope you like what I do today. So I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to put it in the cradle and pray everything goes well. Okay, so I pulled a berry, excuse me. Let me make sure my volume's up in here. Berry burst is what I decided. I'm trying to use up things I've already cut, and I want to just make sure this is the right size, because sometimes I cut them smaller. Yep, that's right. So what I plan to do today is we are having a sweet sale. Why does it look dark? It looks dark on my laptop. And it's not coming up. Oh dear. See, I thought that was going to be all set up. Shucks. Well, there it is. Okay, it looks good now. I just want to turn it slightly. Just when you think you have it done. Okay. It still has too much stuff in the view, and I'd like to change that up, but I need this for my card today. I'll put my pen away. All right, we are having a sale right now, and it's a unique sale. It is a sale, I guess it's getting blurry from that, The sale is buy one, get one 50% off. All sweet and sweet products. So this is a very new sale for Stampin' Up! It's been going on since June 3rd, and it goes on for another 10 more days. And like I said, it's big. You buy one, get one 50% on sweets and sweet products. Now that's the catch. There's a lot of things that you can get for products. I'm going to kind of show you what I suggest. This is supposed to be a link you can shop. So I'll try to put a link in to take you right to the sweets. But I have some advice on how you would order from the sweets. So I want to go ahead and talk about that in a minute. Let me just, sorry. I was trying to type something in and it didn't work. I want to make sure I'm still not seeing comments again. So I'm going to see if I can get it on my iPad. And no, I'm not. I think you have to turn your iPad, and I don't want to turn my iPad. Oh my goodness, come on. So I'm going to show you. Now, this is a sneak peek for you. You, as a customer, cannot buy what I'm going to show you unless you are a demonstrator. Now, you can always join my team, the Stampin' Gems. But let's see if I can turn this sideways. And let's see if I get any comments. We'll try it that way. It looks a little weird to me. So I'm going to grab my box. This is a quick unboxing. Oh my gosh. If you could see my box. It's kind of big. I'm going to put it under here. And then I'm going to take it away. Because it's a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to pull the chair over for this. First, I was happy to say, and I wanted to thank all of you. This is something that I earned. It is a April Sales Incentive craft tote, and it's really cool. And what I like about it is it sets up in sections, and I earned it thanks for your order. So every order you place helps me out and gets me closer to all my goals. And this is the really cute, it's probably not, it's too probably close, but it pops open and you put the dividers in, and like you can put your swaps in here and all kinds of different things. I'm not going to set it up right, but it is different kinds of pocket. It's really cool. So I was very happy to have earned that. So that was something special. You know, I like when Stampin' Up! Gives challenges and you can work on that. The next thing is I was talking about the sweets. So I'm going to lay out 2 sweets, okay? So these are sweets that you cannot get right now, but you can get starting July 1st, so in 11 days, okay? So this is let me get it right, Painterly Pears, which I saw this in Florida, and this one is Floral Charm, and I got to spin the wheel, and I won the stamp set to this, so this is kind of cool. So, all right, I know there's a little bit of a glare. So these are 2 sets of paper. Sweets include all the parts that go with it. So for instance, I haven't even opened these yet. The Perfectly Pears stamp set and its companion dies. So I'm going to set that there. And then, even though I earned this, I got another one. And because you get saved 10% when you buy in bundles. Then this one is the Charming Days with its coordinating dies. This time, each one of them includes a ribbon. Look at that ribbon. That is awesome. It's really shiny and pretty. Hopefully you can see it. And then this one's interesting. I think I got it on the wrong ones. Whoops. And this is a petal pink one. And it's braided so you can fray it out. So that's something different. So that's part of the suite. And then last but not least, here's an order for somebody. I got to put that aside. And toss this box out of the way. All right. And each of them come with really cool embellishments. Hi, Amy. So this one is called the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. So, and when there's pre-order as a demonstrator, you can only get, with the consumables, 1 or 2 of each of the items. So I was able to get 2 of these and 2 of these. So this goes with the Charming, I'm not sure, Charming Day And then this one is the low profile sparkle dots. And they are really low profile, guys. They are thin, thin, thin. But what's really cool, they were prettier in person than they were on the internet, because these are online exclusives. So a lot of times, and I don't even know how it's coming through on video, but a lot of times all this stuff looks a lot better in person. For instance, we have I'm going to ask Amy, are you doing Creativity Now this weekend, Amy? We have a Creativity Now. Where's my box? It's over to the side. I got to prep today for it. Tomorrow we're having a demonstrator event, and I signed up for it. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll look at the paper. We'll see. And when I got it, I was like, wow, this is pretty. I really had low expectations, honestly. And when I opened the box and saw the beautiful paper, the designer series paper, which we call DSP, and when I saw all the components and the dies, I thought, this is beautiful. So I was really excited. So that's tomorrow. I'll be in a little convention here at home. It's an at-home convention called Creativity Now. So that's one of the neat things that Stampin' does with their demonstrators. But let's get back to suites. So here you have 2 suites. So each of these suites has their own number, like the easy button. So this will have a 6-digit. Oh, good, Amy. We'll have to hook up somehow. And then there is a special number for here. And of course, I don't have those on me, and I should have. But grabbed them, but I did not. They're on the internet, and I have not done that. So you could just get all of this for one price, okay? And that's what I did. So I bought a suite and a suite. All right. One was regular price, one was half off. I got everything for buy one, get one half off, 50% off. So I'm second guessing myself there. And what I wanted to say was I had to do this in a single transaction. I know I had to do shipping twice, but by the time you add it all up to whatever orders you do, you're really not that far off. So this came in a separate order. Okay. My other order is coming today, so I can't show it to you. But let me explain what I did. I wanted more paper. I don't need more stamp sets. Oh, yeah. I agree, Amy. Well, I knew I was signing up. Here's the ribbon. I don't know if I got more ribbon or not. Okay, so these are the 2 items that I wanted to get. Okay. So in one of the orders I placed the designer series paper. So I could buy one paper, get the second one half off. And then I added a bunch of other things for my clubs. And surprisingly, I'm very low on seal here. So I stocked up on seal. And whatever is in the suites, you get, this could be something from, there's a whole page of them. It could be, I think I'm trying to remember what was one of them, like the airplane one with the flying. If you had that and this one here, which is over to my right, I'm not going to go get it. I did want to say that they'll take the lowest price. So I think this is $12.50 and this is $12.50 or $14.50 or I don't know what the prices are right now because I can't pull up my website right now on my devices. But so I would buy this one and get this one for free. Again, I did it in a separate transaction. Had I put this in and this in, you would get the lowest price items in that were in the suite. So it would take this as 50% off for this and take this 50% off for this. So it's a little tricky. I thought they changed it, but I'm not sure. I just want you to look at your order before you place it, because if you want parts, it's going to take, and it shows up in red. I thought that was really good. So I could look and play around with what was the best deal for me to get with the buy one, get one 50%. Only 10 more days. If you want to get these particular suites, you can join my Stampin' Gems team, and I can show you how you can get these. They're awesome. I got to see this, like I said, in Florida. They made some great projects with it, and I won this one, so that was kind of exciting. Not the suite, just the stamp set. So that's what the suite sale is all about. I hope I was clear. If not, please ask me. So you can buy suite products and the suites. So the easiest thing is just buy a suite, pick another suite, be done. Now, if you want to add 2 more of the on sale suites, you could get that sweet. It will take the 2 lowest sweets of the easy button off. So any questions, let me know. I'm going to put all this over here, back in my chair. Now, I almost want to say, is this a sweet or not? So I have a little new thing I'm doing this year. Yeah, I think this is a sweet. I don't know if I had ribbon or not. This is called the Shears and Sips, okay? And it comes with the holographic resin dots. And this stamp set, it's matching doing this year, is in my cupboard. I have labeled all my stamp sets that I have not used yet with new, because my goal is to, and this orange means online, orange, online exclusive. That way I know I don't see this in the catalog. So this is Cheers and Sips. When I use it, I'm going to take off that sticker, put it to the side, and now I know I've used it. And here we go. I have not used this set yet. Now I have lots of samples if you stick to the end of what I've received in swaps from all kinds of people across the nation. So we're going to use this today. I'm going to just show you one little tip I've seen. There's all kinds of wonderful tips out there, I'm sure you've seen. So let's get started. I have an idea in my head how I like to do this. Oh, let me show you the papers first. So there are 6 papers. So they got all these different drinks. I have seen people fussy cut these out. That's a lot of work. And then we have a strawberry slush dot. So that's kind of cool. Let me see if I can get that in. I need that. Is that going to go in the screen here? And then we have a pretty floral with a green hashtag stripe. This one was unique, and I had to see somebody else do it. It's a bunch of blobs. I'm like, well, okay, that's interesting. But I'm actually gonna be using this paper today to show you. And on the back of the what I call blobs is this little cloud cover asterisk. Then we have, hold on, I'm trying to get them all out here. Now this is a little bit easier to fussy cut out. This has I'm frozen on my, this has all the different drinks inside, and I love it. Comes with the garnishes and everything. So, and then on the back of that paper, whoops, where is the back of that paper? Oh, here it is. Excuse me. We have some Berry Bliss, which is the darker color, and Berry Burst. And then we have those garnishes I was talking about with an orange paper, which I think I'm going to use that today, I think. And then that, oh, here's one more. Oh, I didn't put on the back of the, oops, I'm sorry. Secret Sea is our new color, and this is like little bubbles. So then we have, I'm sorry, another floral print and the orange. So you get 12 pieces of designer secret paper. I think it's beautiful. I knew I was getting this right away, and I did. So I didn't get it on the sweet sale. This is something that's part of a sweet sale. So if you've had some sweets that you want to get, this one is. But remember, look at what you're putting in and what's being taken off on sale. All right, so I'm going to pull this one because I want to demonstrate this one. I hate cutting it, but I'm going to cut it today. We'll be on the other side. Okay. And I was thinking about doing orange. And I was thinking about doing these flowers, but I might do something different. I might do, no. So I have to figure out what I play with, because I brought the Berry Burst out. And I kind of want, I'm going to try this. I don't know, it might be a flop, but let's give it a go. So I am just designing, and sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So I keep all my papers in these plastic, I get them from Amazon, and I label them, this is celebratory slips. Because on the back, if you notice the back of the paper, it shows you all the colors that are used. And in fact, I pulled all the colors, except for, you're going to laugh at me, I don't have Timid Tiger. That's coming today. I don't know why I missed putting Timid Tiger. I got it in Florida, but I didn't get my Timid Tiger from Michigan. So I don't have a Timid Tiger. So Secret Sea, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Old Olive, Lemon Lime Twist, Daffodil Delight, Bubble Bath, Blackberry Bliss and Berry Burst. I'm not sure what we're going to use. I'll just set those over to my side, and we'll figure that out as we go along making this card, okay? And I'm going to put my scraps inside here when I'm done. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. Yeah, my laptop is frozen. I find that interesting, why it freezes. I guess we don't have enough bandwidth down here, which I find quite interesting. Okay, so I don't know. All right, I told you I had a Berry Burst, and I'm going to go ahead and move my trimmer to show you how I'm going to, oh, dusty there, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. This is your traditional size, 5.5 by 8.5. I have my scoring blade right here. Hopefully I'm in the picture there. And I'm going to score it, and then I'm going to move it here. I was at an event yesterday. Actually, I was with Carol, and we were scrapbooking, and I was doing a paper pumpkin, and I did not have my bone folder in my other bag. I did. I used to. I must have taken it out, and I'm so frustrated with myself because it was really hard to crease the paper pumpkin cards that I was doing. I was like, oh, man. So I think we're going to do it this way. Yeah. All right. Now, I know I need an insert. Let me reach over. Grab an insert. There we go. And I'm also, a little glue dot is stuck on there. Okay, we'll take care of that later. And I know I want another piece of paper. That one has it too. We'll flip it over. And we're going to glue that on here. But I'm not going to glue it down quite yet. Okay? So it's a 1/4 inch smaller. Why does that look small? It looks like 5 1/4 for some reason. Yep, that's right. Okay. So we're going to build upon this one here. Okay? And this will be our inside. We'll do that in a few minutes. Okay. So I'm going to pull out the paper now. I'm going to grab my Momentum ink. Oh, yeah, where is it? It's probably behind me. Oh, dear. I always have Momentum ink there, and I've been doing swaps and... where is it? Right here. It was on the table behind me. So this is my Momentum ink. It's just a tuxedo black. I always keep it in that little tray, so I carried it off. You do that, you carry out things. So I did. All right, so these look like blobs, but what I think is really cool is inside here, we have these, I don't know what you want to call them, frames for glasses. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to kind of put it like this, let it rest so that I get the right shape. And then we have like a stemless wine glass, and I'll grab a C block for that. And we're going to make a card that has 2 drinks on it. Okay. And let's see, what else are we going to need? Oh, I think this is really cool, these ice cubes. Okay, so I'm going to grab a smaller block for that and put my ice cubes on. Alrighty. And I want to use the lemon today. So we've got to grab a small one for the lemon. I'm going to use a lot of little things here today. Might be a little bit longer than normal. We're going to use this blackberry. Almost done. And I wanted to use one of the sprigs. I think it was it this one? We'll do this one. We'll stamp it in the green. Okay. I'm not going to put an umbrella in today. Okay. We don't sell this G block anymore, but I love it. Okay. So there's all my parts and pieces. Okay. So let's get started. I might have forgotten something. No, I think I got it. If not, we'll open it back up again. All righty. So I'm going to take my Memento ink. I'm going to open it up and put it over there out of the way so it doesn't get in the way. And the first thing I want to do, move all these parts and pieces. Let's start with the stemless wine glass. Okay, I'm going to ink it up over here with my Memento ink. And you know, when it's new, I like to just test it to make sure I'm getting a full strength. And that looks really good. So sometimes you have factory residue on these. There we go. All right, and I'm going to pick one of these Blackberry Bliss blobs, and this one's calling me my name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little higher so that it looks like it's filled with liquid, and I'm going to do it like this. It doesn't make sense yet, but it will, if you can picture that. And I'm going to grab my chamois, and we'll clean that off. And then we're going to grab the tall glass, and let's go over and make some lemonade. Again, I'm going to just test this real quickly. Yep. These are good stamps. All right, and let's give ourselves a tall glass of lemonade. Right about there. Just pushing down straight, holding, let the ink absorb, and lifting straight up. Oh, I don't like that. I pushed too hard on the top. Let's try that again. Lots of drink things. Let's take this one and we'll do it again. I won't push so hard on the top. Just normal pressure. There we go. Okay, let me clean that so I don't get any ink. And move that out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my snips. And I'm going to cut these out. Now, one thing you could do is you could do a assembly line and just do all your drinks in advance and have these in a little envelope ready to go for when you are crafting, if you're going to make a lot of these. I mean, if you're making multiple cards, everybody does not have to have the same drink. So, what's on my scissors? All right. And so what's really neat about these is there are matching dies, okay? But we're not finished yet. Let's put that over behind me. So remember those cute little ice cubes? We're going to put some ice cubes in here. And I'm going to use tone on tone, so that means I'm going to be using Daffodil Delight. And we're going to fill some ice cubes inside the lemonade. So I'm going to go that way. And then I'm going to turn it the other way and put the ice cubes here. And I'm going to clean this, and I want to grab one more ice cube there. And so let me see which one I want to do. Probably that one. Yeah. So I'm going to just ink this one about halfway. And I'm going to come right in here. I got to see again. And just give it a nice cube right there. See how I filled that space in? And I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to take our Blackberry Bliss and we are going to put some ice cubes in there. Well, so I wanted to try something. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll do a little thing. I want to try tone on tone with, do I want to do Blackberry Bliss? We'll try it. Let's see how it looks with the Blackberry Bliss on our ice cubes. Again, I've never used this, and I did not practice this in advance. You can see my camera keeps slowly moving again. I gotta have to have Joe tighten it for me. So let me see what this looks like. Okay, you can't see it. I could heat emboss that. Usually when it dries, it shows up a little darker. Because I think if I put Blackberry Bliss in there, you would see too much. And this is the Versamark, which is a sticky clear. I could put clear embossing powder on it. I'm only going to put the 2 ice cubes in because let me go put some clear on here and we'll see how that looks. Okay. I'm going to go right behind me, grab some clear and a tray. And I don't think I'm going to be able to reach my heated box. Nope, it won't go that far today. I'm just going to have to do it off camera really fast. So I'm putting it in my tray. I'm going to heat emboss it and we'll see what that works or not. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, let's turn this on. It should be ready in 2 seconds. You'll hear. One moment, please. I didn't know I was going to do the heat embossing today or I would have moved it closer. Almost. One little spot. No, that's white. Okay. All right. Well, it's interesting. I kind of like it. It shows up. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not. I do like it. It's a little softer, or I could have chose a softer pink ink to do my ice. That's what I've kind of learned from this. So, anyways, I think that's kind of cool. All right. Now I need a scrap piece of white. Who doesn't have a scrap piece of white? Everybody has a scrap piece of white. So let's grab a nice little sliver of scrap. I'll put this away. I kind of like the Versamark. It's very subtle with clear embossing powder. That took me not a moment, I mean less than a minute to do. Let's go ahead. Well, here's where I have to make a decision. I think I'm going to do these in tone on tone as well. Because sometimes if you have black around them, we can do, I guess, an experiment. So let's go ahead and do Blackberry Bliss for our berry. And I'm not going to do the stem. Instead, with the stem, I'm going to grab one of my markers. And I'm going to grab Lemon Lime Twist because it's the closest here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on that stem. Okay? Because it's quick and easy. It's not hard. And here is my blackberry. Wish I had a filler. There is a way to fill it if I have a blending brush. Let's see, where is one? Those are aqua painters. Where's my oh, here's the blending brush. So we have the blending brushes, and it looks like a berry, but I want to kind of fill it in. And let me look in the. No, I don't think there was a fill-in piece. See, there wasn't a fill-in. Oh, that's an olive. Okay, so we're going to take, this is our, it has glycerin in it. It's our blender pen. And they come in a set of 3. I'm just going to make sure they're stained, but it still works. I just tested it here. And what you can do is you can just slowly, can you see this on the camera? I'm just going to fill it in so it looks like a blackberry. And it's what it's doing is pulling the ink in. I love this little trick. Okay, there we go. Now it looks a little bit more like a blackberry. If you wanted it darker, you could take a little palette like this, and then a little and grab some more, and you could add it a little darker. Okay, see how I'm just dabbing it around? Actually, I like it a little bit darker, but then you lose some of the detail, though. But I'm going to do it darker now. I'm already gone. I committed. Okay. So I like a darker berry, but yeah, it is pretty with the detail. I took a lot of the, maybe when it dries, it'll have some more of the detail. So that's one option for the blender pens if you want to fill something in. Okay? So I'm going to clean that off and clean this off. And in order to clean your blender pens off, and these are sold in a pack of 3, you just slowly, I had a lot of ink on that. I should have probably done a bunch more raspberries, until it comes clear, and it will eventually come clear. It's going to come. So I will always test it before you use it. And what's neat is there's 2 ends, and you don't have to worry about both ends. So you're really getting 6 markers for 1 price. All right, so now let's go ahead and close that Blackberry Bliss. And let's get out that Daffodil Delight and do our lemon again. So I could do this in 2 ways. Here's the lemon. I think I'm going to like it this way. Yeah. And again, I could use my blender pen. Let's use the other end because we know that's good. Double check. And maybe I just want to fill in the rind. So I'm going to grab that block again. This is not 2-step stamping. This is a way to make 2-step stamping. Little ink. Grab it. And then I'm going to just slowly give it a rind. It's actually kind of relaxing, honestly. All right, should we talk about my toe? So last week, there was probably no way I could hobble downstairs. But more importantly, I was waiting for an orthopedist. So there's a lesson learned when you break a bone in your body. I have not broken a bone since like 2013. I saw it in my records. So I broke my pinky toe, same foot, back in 2013. So, there we go. Now the rind is really dark. Okay. Now I'm going to brush some of this off because, again, it's concentrated because I've done this. And I want less on here because I'm just going to give this a little bit of I'm going to just dot it to give it a little more fill in. There we go. I like it, just a little extra something to that. So let's clean that block. I hope you're learning a few tricks of the trade here. If you haven't, and I'm going to clean my lemon off. And I think I want a sprig. And the sprig we're going to do in Old Olive. I didn't do my lemon in black, but I should show you that. I was telling you I was going to. If you do your lemon in black, I think it's kind of stark. I like the tone on tone. It's up to you, and then I could go in and color it the same way I just did with yellow. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't know if you could do this. No, I don't think it would work. No, because it wouldn't fill it in. No, it won't work that way either, will it? Because it's bigger. Yeah, it would go on the outside. I was thinking flipping it over and seeing if that would match up. But it's going to go over the line. So, I won't try it. I'm curious. Today is a curious working day, I guess. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that. I'm going to actually stamp off a little because it's pretty bright. And then I'm going to come down over it. I don't even know if this will work or not. I've never done this before. So once I cut that out, it might look nice. We'll see. We'll do that just to see which lemon we like better. Okay, so that's done. So one thing that happens with your photopolymer stamps is they do get a little stains with the reds, the pinks, and the purples. And the blues. So nothing wrong, it still works, it just gets stained. I should have put Versamark. You can put Versamark on it first and then stamp and you'll get less staining. I did not do that. So we're going to go to the lid of the Memento and we're going to close this up and we're going to do the sprig in Old Olive. It's one of the coordinating colors. Okay. And we're just going to put that right there. Perfect. And again, if I wanted to fill that in with my blender brush, I think I'm going to. And we're rotating again. Let me get some of that yellow out. See, it's come clear. Oh, it's still a little yellow. Okay. So now I'm just going to pull a little of the green in and give it some shading. So this is a quick way to add shading to some of your projects. Now you probably couldn't do this like tomorrow because the I don't know, I've never done it before, but the ink is fresh and still kind of absorbing into the paper. So my guess is you would not be able to do this on another day, but I could be wrong. Somebody tell me if you've done it before. Oh, let's get the green off. Okay, I'll put that back where it belongs. Oh my goodness, come on. I thought I had this figured out today. Let's close that up. Alrighty. So now we need to get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I did grab, and our wonderful dies. Whoops. And I wanted to show you one more thing. This is really cool. This suite comes with some embossing folders. And actually, I saw a glass like that in Florida. I wish I would have taken a picture of it. And then there's some pretty roses. And then the dies have a textured. And I'm going to use that one. It doesn't cut through. But what it does is it gives you texture onto your... Let's get these off here. There's the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Move that into the picture here. Can you see that? There's a little bit of a delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the drink with the design on top of it. And then, let me grab my plates. Okay, plates. 1 and 2. And I'm going to tape these down. So there's the decoration. And then I'm going to put around it the cutting die. And it looks pretty good there. Might be a little off. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to take it out of here because it's floppity. Floppity, is that a good word? I'm going to put my die cut one around it first. And there we go. Oh, I wonder, I'm going to do it up there at the top. Silly. Because we want to get the texture. See if the texture goes all the way through with my tape. All right, so we're going to have that. We're going to have some other people ride along. Other dies ride along with this. We can get some more things done at once. All right, where's my tape? Another little piece of tape. Hold that in place. I'm going to slide it over just a little. Okay, I need new tape. This tape is not strong enough. It's well used. I try to reuse my tape, but sometimes it gets a little too dry. All right, let's try that again. Got brand new tape here. Come on, where's the tape? Oh, we got off track here. All right, sorry about that. Let's do this one. All right, one more time. We're going to put this down. And then we're going to drop in the decoration and get that straight. We're going to slide this down. All right, we're just going to go for it. I want to double check one more time. Sorry. My fingers seem to have slid. All right. I like that. So we can do this. Okay. Then we're going to put the texture on. Just like that. And I'm going to tape that down as well. This is just that 3M Post-it tape. No, I didn't need that big one. I'm going to put this one right here to hold it in place. All right, a little bit too, it moves on me. Let's get it centered. Right there. All right, we're going to go for it. Then we have these other pieces here. Well, let's do the other glass. And I got to find that die, which is underneath my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We're going to do the wine glass. This one will be a lot easier. So we'll go ahead and give that one a piece of tape, and we'll put it right over here. We can hopefully do these all in one swoop. I'm hoping. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, we're going to put that there. Then we got our lemon, which is the circle die here. We have 2 lemons, actually. So I'm going to do my first lemon first. And then we have a berry. And we have the sprig. So the sprig looks like this. Get that in there. Line her up. Just the details in this suite is so cool. And like I said, I've never used this before. So this is going to be this is live and real, me learning how to do something different. And then we have the blackberry. Really cool. All right, a little more piece of tape. Thanks for coming and joining me today on my live. So back to my toe. Well, I got a moment where we're doing this. My toe is fine now. It hurt for a week. Definitely hurt. Immediately, I knew I heard it. I was walking down the stairs. Seriously, guys, just walking down the stairs. And I kind of lost my footing on the 4th to the last stair going down my regular home stairs. And I'm just going to trim a little of this off. And I knew I kind of landed on it like this. I'm like, ooh. And I walked around, you know how, and my phone went flying. Thankfully, it landed on the rug in front of my front door. And I'm like, okay, that hurt. That's silly. What happened here? So sorry for the jerk there. I'm trying to get my, and I thought, that hurts. So I went on for my day, and I kept saying, that hurts. Why is it going away? It's just like a bump. You know, we all run into things like on our arms. I was talking to my friends yesterday. And so, yep, by 8 o'clock, when I went to go get my pajamas on last Wednesday, it was extremely swollen. So I got up the next day and tried to call an orthopedist. Oh, this is so squeaky. I got a squeak in mine. I need WD-40. Okay, hopefully we got them all to do well. We have to do one more if we want to try the lemon. So there we go. And then let's see what my berry looks like. Upside down. Oh, that looks so cute, that little raspberry. I don't want to lose my raspberry, so I got to find my dies. And so I wanted to call my orthopedic from years ago. And guess what? You cannot get into an orthopedist. So I called my primary care doctor, and they got me in right away. And the neat thing about my particular primary doctor is that they actually have an x-ray machine there. So I waited, and they got me into an x-ray, and sure enough, I broke, this is my big toe, I broke the bone under the nail on a diagonal right here. So crazy. The biggest thing we were worried about, did I need surgery? Thankfully not. So, but my internist office did not know that. They said, you need to go to an orthopedist. Well, you call and call, you cannot get in. You guys, it's crazy. But at 5 o'clock, what happens is they turn their office into an urgent care. Look at that cool design on there. But you know what? It took away my ice cubes. So we learned something new there. I could restamp my ice cubes. We might do that. That's interesting. I mean, you could barely see my ice cube. I can see them a little, but honestly, looking at them, you don't see it. So the trick of the, how to get someone to look at you is for your foot or your arm or whatever you do. Let me make sure I get this off. Is to go to these urgent cares. So I was speedy fast because I already came in with a CD with my x-rays, and he looked at it, the orthopedist, and I had to wait an hour, and sure enough, he confirmed it was broken, which we knew, and he said no surgery, and then I could choose between 2 different kinds of boots. So I chose, I'll have to put a picture up a bit later, just so like a post-op boot. He thought that would be good. So, but boy, I'll tell you what, it hurt for a week. So just as of like Tuesday, I started not having pain. So that was wonderful. So like right now I don't have pain. I still elevate it. I did ice it last night. I think I did a little bit more walking than I've ever done because I went scrapbooking and I haven't been walking on it that much here at the house. I just kind of prop it up, put ice on it, and I got all my parts. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and run this real quickly through to see what our other lemon looks like, because I'm curious. I'll just do it off the side here. Hopefully it won't be as loud. Yep, it's a little. Anyways, I'm doing fine. I could hobble downstairs, but yet last week it was trying to find, well, it's not bad. I was trying to find, to get into my orthopedist, nobody calls you back, and so moral of the story is you need to go to not a regular urgent care. No, because I called the urgent care on the corner. They don't do x-rays. They're just going to give you a prescription and tell you to go to an orthopedist. And it's hard to make an appointment, and the only appointment I could make was for July 3rd. Can you imagine me having my foot? I don't know. They don't do a lot for big toes or toes in general, but it hurt. Let me tell you, it hurt. So anyhow, I am absolutely fine. I'm so glad the pain has dissipated. And now it's just a matter of trying not to walk on the big toe, kind of walk on the side of my foot, and then keep the big toe a little bit elevated in my boot or my post-op boot. And yeah, it's great. So that's why I wasn't here last week, because I was trying to get my foot taken care of. All right, now we need to go ahead and we got all our parts. I hope I don't lose them when I go over with my trimmer, because we're going to cut some paper now. And remember, I wanted that orange paper. I'm trying to decide if I want to do, I think I'm going to do the orange flowers and purple flowers. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do this at 3 3/4 of an inch. Well, this is actually a good card to make for scraps, but I don't have any scraps for this particular card, or this designer series paper, which is called DSP. And then I'm going to do this at 9/16. This is going to make me do a little counting. So let's see here, 9/16. 1 and 9/16. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 1 before the 1/2 inch. I'm gonna cut 3 of these. So these are the really tiny lines for the 16ths. I don't use 16ths very often, but we're gonna do it. And then 9/16 right there. So I got my 3 pieces there. But I also want to throw in this one, so I would have to cut up those glasses. We already have a flower. Okay, I'm going to wait. Put that over here behind me. Carefully lift this up and make sure nothing sticks to my trimmer. All right, so let's start putting this card together. All right, and I need to make one more thing. I didn't make, oops, don't trip on me. My light is going crazy here. I need to get one big piece of paper, and I need to cut one grounding circle. Give me one sec. I'm going to use my Spotlight on Nature. And I might have one already made here. So Spotlight on Nature has these really cool dies. I might use this one. We'll see how big it is. It might be too big. I had an extra one in there. So I'm going to be putting these on here. Oh, that might work. I already got one done. But I also have another one on the other side. They're the exact same size, just different. It's kind of competing with that. I'm going to do the dots. We'll try that. This one's pretty, but I think it's too much. So I'm going to put that back in there, and I don't have to cut one. That's a nice surprise. So if you make extras, throw them in your thing, in your, come on, die cut case, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and grab those ice cubes again. And I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight again. We're almost done, seriously. I'm going a little later today, but making up for not being here. And I just want to see if those ice cubes will show up better now. A little bit. So I guess if you do the print on it, I wouldn't necessarily do if you do the decoration die, I would not do your ice cubes, because really you can't see them very well unless you could heat emboss them. I mean, it looks like a glass full of ice, kinda. So, all right, that's it. Let me go ahead and start getting this together. So if you don't have the Spotlight and Nature dies, there is so many decorations. You could buy these separately. You do not have to get the matching stamp set, but you do save 10% when you purchase it in a bundle. So, and it comes like this. So that's cool. All right, I do use these dies a lot. They're just good neutrals. So, all right. So let's move that out of the way and clean it. And I'm not gonna, oh, I might use that for a second. So we got our piece of paper here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue these down. Oops. I want to, 1, 2, 3. And that leaves me room at the bottom for my sentiment, okay? So we're going to take this. Hopefully it doesn't block it off too much. No, that's good. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this one on. And what I want to do is take my snips and cut it so that my lemon will go around my, so here's the black one. And we'll kind of go all the way into the center there. A little bit more. So the lemon can just slit on side of your, like that. So there's that lemon. Or we have my tone on tone daffodil. And let's, okay, I'm going to trim the outside of this a little bit more. It's a little bit thicker. I must have shifted. You don't have to do this, but because it'll be on white, but I feel like it's a little bit too much. Okay, little sliver off. And then I will reach in and cut right here into the center. So there we have the black lemon. So I'll have you guys decide. Put that over there. Or we have the tone on tone lemon. I know which one I like. So anybody that's here, if you would tell me, do you like the tone on tone or the black? So we'll set those right there for a second. And then with this one here, we're going to take the sprig. We're going to have it come out of, I need my little liquid glue. Where are you, Tombow glue? Right behind here. Okay, I'm going to dot, dot, not a lot. And put a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom here. And we'll put it into my glass. Like that. And the little berry. Come on, little berry. Yeah, my camera still wants to move. That's a lot of glue, Diane. All right, and we'll put the berry kind of floating right there. Just gonna hold it for a second. Yeah, now it's even crooked. Oh, jeez. All right. I guess the weight of my new phone. Okay, do we have any votes? Nobody's voting for my lemons. I got this lemon and that lemon. Which do you like better? We got that lemon, tone on tone, or the black lemon. So, for what it's worth. So let's glue these down to our paper. And I'm going to use my seal. And we're going to do this. And I'm going to center it from side to side. I'm going to go ahead and flip up one of my patterns and put it the same kind of margin, about 1/8 of an inch. And finally a little bit more of the flowers. Yeah, I can't wait till my timid tiger gets here today. So, okay. I'm gonna grab a sip of my coffee. I don't think we're gonna get any votes unless I'm missing something. That's all right. All right, I'm gonna go with my tone on tone. I think this is cool, but I think I will put this in with the dies wherever they went. Right here. And I'll have a lemon if I need it for future. So just slide it on this side. That's where I know I can find it. Alrighty. Now we have our Spotlight on Nature circle. And I just want to look, and I don't think there is. It could be cool if I did like some ice cubes on the back, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think I am. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to put this glass right here. And I'm going to do that one flat. I'll just attach the lemon to it. Ah, my lemon came off. This is really kind of a fun set to play with. All right. Get on there, Mr. Lemon. I'm going to angle it. Sticky. All right, and I'm going to put that right about here. And then this one we're going to pop up right here. And so I'm going to grab some of my dimensionals and put a few on here. And we're making a little celebrate cheers card All right. I don't know. I hope I'm still out live. Okay. And we're going to put that one right here. Isn't it pretty? And then, let's put that away. We're going to put this on, and we're going to actually not put that away. We're going to pop it up as well. I think flat's just not right. You need to have a little bit of shadowing. So I'm going to do what I call the clock. So 12, 6, 3, and 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a few more in the center. I've got a couple more on here. I'll put one there to support the center. I'm going to do 3 for the center, only because I have 3 left on this one. Technically, I can use, oh, I got 4. We'll do one more. Okay, looks like I got enough support now, although I want to do here. So when you get to the end, I think most of you know, you can quickly just take your snips. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put 1 here and 1 here. I just want to support it. That's a lot, I know, but I just like to do that. Make sure, grab my garbage can here and flick these into the garbage can. We're almost done. We just have to pick our sentiment and add something on the inside. And I hope you like this suite, and check out our suite sale. It's a great little bundle, little suite. So we're gonna put that right in the middle. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab our insert piece and figure out what we want to put on the inside, and an envelope. So I am pulling out the stamp set again. I kind of like the ice cubes. I'm going to have to do those. I'm thinking about doing them in a light color. Okay, I'm going to go a little off here. We have cloud cover. I think this would make a cute ice cube. I've been saving it in here because I wanted to demonstrate how to do this. We do not have cloud cover due to a quality issue. So they are suggesting you buy the uninked spots, and you get 5 of them. And you're supposed to take the refill of cloud cover. And this is how you do it. You just ink it up. And now I'll have my very own cloud cover. Now we do sell one that's already inked up, but it's in a variety pack. And you just have to soak it up as much as you want. Ideally, you want it to start seeping down. I should have done this yesterday. I wanted to do this on camera so you could see. So I'm going to put a little extra on right now because this is the first time. Normally, I would just go boop, 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 boop. See how it's soaking up? And then in fact, the only one I have that I'm really replacing is my Mossy Meadow. For some reason, my Mossy Meadow. So let's see how these ice cubes look on the corner of our... So we're going to grab this. Woo! Yeah, I think that looks good. It's a little inky. So ideally, you'd let it sit for a little bit because it's a little too inky. So a little too runny, as I would say. So we'll just go like that. No, it's all right. I'm just trying to hit it ever so lightly. I'm just going to do 3. Okay. So there's my inside of my card. And we'll put this on. And I'll just use my label maker and put cloud cover on this. So that's simple as that. And then we're going to grab our seal. This on the inside, and then we're going to put this on the top in just a minute, but we need to go ahead and pick our sentiment. So let me move that out of the way. You could make this much faster than I have. I think I'm going to do the obvious one, cheers. And I'm going to go cheers right here, and then I'm going to put the subtitle. And the subtitle could be to you, to us, it's your day, let's celebrate. So I think I'm going to go cheers to us. I like the little line too. You could handwrite something on that line. Oh, look at, you could make yourself a Bloody Mary. I just noticed that right now, an umbrella. There's some mint. There's an olive. I don't like olives. Strawberry. All right. So we're going to do cheers. And I'm going to actually use Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to pull out the darker color for my sentiment. I'm just going to stamp right onto the paper. I'm going to do it right under the yellow. Cheers. See? And then, let's wash that off. Again, I should have put Versamark on because it's going to stain. I forgot to do that, but we're going to get this card finished. And then I'm going to do To Us. Because on the 30th, no, the 29th, on the 29th of this year is Joe and I's anniversary, and we will be married for 29 years. So we haven't even talked about, we just talked about going out to dinner. Okay, cheers to us. Now, it would really look pretty if I had the Timid Tiger. I don't have Timid Tiger. So cheers to us. As a subtitle, I'm going to do, boy, oh boy, I guess I could do the green. I'm going to do Old Olive because I don't have, I think Timid Tiger would look perfect there. Fortunately, I don't have it. I could do Peach Pie, but that'll be awfully light. Let's see. I wish my orders would come. They always come at the end of the day. No, I could do that. The Timid Tiger would be brighter. Yeah, let's do it. Peach Pie. I would like to have used the new color. And Timid Tiger and Peach Pie work together. It's really nice. So I'm just going to ink this up. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to put this right down here. Cheers to us. So now on the 29th, I am good to go. Okay? So it's a little different. I'm used to always putting labels on. Sometimes you can just put the sentiment on there. So I thought I wanted to try that today. All this was done not because I had already seen it. It's straight out of my brain. And I'm going to put this back on here because that little To Us I don't want to lose. We'll put all the rest of them away later. You know I do the cleanup afterwards. Okay. And finally, I could have put ribbon on here, but this is, just a card I'm going to give to my husband. I could have made it a little bit more masculine, I guess, but I could put it on an Old Olive. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if I have an Old Olive. I don't know if I do. I gotta hobble over here. Hold on. I don't think I have Old Olive. Oh, I do. Oh, that's too small. It's cut short. Nope. I'm looking for an Old Olive. No. So the other option is I could put it on white, but I'm not going to do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this on here. I'm just going to do the bright pink. Now, another thing I could do is I could add some things around here, but what I'm going to do is finish off, and I've not even used these yet, I don't think. Nope. These are our holographic resin dots, and so I've got a couple of these I was able to order under, this is available to everyone now, I think. It was off a pre-order. And we have two different sizes, and I'm going to take and put one up here. Use my putty end, warm my putty up, and grab a big one and put it right down here. And another one right here. And let's put, we're gonna need 5. And we need something over here. One more big one. Come on, get off of there. Put them. There we go. All right, there's my card. So the last thing that I could have done is I can decorate the envelope. And I don't have a, do I have an envelope near me? Yes, I do. And I think the last thing I would do is go ahead and take the word cheers. And I would probably put it right here in the corner. And let's see, what color can we use? Why don't we use Old Olive? I don't know why. It just seems good. Or what would be cool is I could do it in all different colors. Yeah, that'd be fun. So, cheers. I'm just going to do that. But you could do different colors all the way across the bottom. That'd be fun. I'm going to do it. Got to make this pretty card and be done with it for my anniversary. I'm gonna go with peach pie. Cheers, cheers. And let's do a blackberry bliss. And then I still have to show you guys all the wonderful swaps I received. So if you're gonna hang on, I know it's a longer one today, but Daffodil Delight. I gotta clean this one really good so that we don't get blackberry bliss in my yellow. So give me one moment here to really squeegee this clean. Let's test it over here. Yeah, I see a little residual still. Let me clean it really good. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't want any blackberry bliss in my yellow. There we go. And yellow. Daffodil Delight. I love it. There we go. All right, so you can decorate your envelopes as well. One of the cool things you can do, and I'm not going to do it on here because I'm way over, but I'm going to take a sip of coffee because it's cold. I would probably like to, and I'll do it after, I would take these new embossing folders, and I would, if I can get it out, I would emboss this flap. So we want it to go this way. And I would put that right inside here. Nope. Go this way. And you could have that decoration on your flap. So I'll do that in a little bit. And let's close this up. I'm going to flip my paper over. Where's my cloud cover? So now my cloud cover is right here in this container. And I've been saving to do that. I hope that helps you. I hope you learned some great tips and tricks. And see how you can just play with trial and error. I'm just going to clean some of this stuff up so we can get it out of the way to show all. You're not going to believe. I think this was a popular set because so many people sent me swaps. Okay, kind of have that tacked down now, and then I got to come over here. So, look at how many swaps I got. So let's take a quick look at some of the swaps I got. I'm gonna rotate this again before it falls over, and we'll start here. If I have the name on the back, this is Rosemary Gonzalez. I know Rosemary. She did it. Oh, look at that. She did some masking. That's really cool. And then she uses, oh, look at that. I really like this one. So that's a good one. I guess I can set this way over here. Here's another one. He did a collage and put the umbrella in. And this one is unbelievable. And oh, I didn't say who this was from. That's from Michelle Hornback. Thank you, Michelle. Cheers to you. This one is a crazy fun fold. I'm not sure I could replicate it. I'd have to ask her for the directions. So it's like a sign. It stands up. Look at all that fussy cutting this young lady did. Unbelievable. This was Cassie. Little spot to right. Beautiful. But my goodness, that's just crazy intense. So I just put that right there. This one's cute. The umbrella. This one went with, let's open this one up. Oh, this is another one of Holly's. Or Cassie's, excuse me, not Holly. So this one's a really unique fun fold. So sometimes people will take and put either packaging tape over or use the, what do you call it? Our ultrafine, I don't even have it on my table right now. We have the ultrafine glue. It's clear and it gives it like a dewy mist. I don't know if you can see that in the, and she heat embossed white on the, she just spent so much time on this, but look at this. So she used a window sheet and adhered it on top. And then this is a place for a gift card, but that's not all. It opens up like this. Unbelievable. So she just hit it out the park She was in my sweet swap. There we go. Another Cassie one. These are over the top and beautiful. I love, this is the pretty paper you can use. It's, am I getting in the picture here? I can't see. There's a delay. And boom. And then another book inside. Watch. Look at all the embossing she did. This just is incredible. Just totally the bomb. Okay. Here's another one. I don't know how long she must have sat and cut out, fussy cut all these. I'm only going to open up these because I know they're three-dimensional. She must have cut so many bottles out. It's phenomenal. I like the Secret Sea as a ledge, a little bowl. Reminds me of like a cute copper bowl. You open this up. It says, let's celebrate. It folds down for a cheers. I should give this to Joe. But I don't, hello. So this would be nice to have, get somebody from Total Wine, a gift card or something, or to your favorite liquor store or whatever. If you go to, so just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's mine. I'll put that out of the way here. This was really a cute idea. I like this one. This one, she took I think this was Manda's, if I recall. She did the embossing folder and the paper, designer series paper, and then she just did 3 squares with a little gold ribbon. I thought that was really pretty. So we got that one. This one, I don't know who made it, but they did the same thing I was thinking. They did the black, they did it, interesting. They stamped the green in the back, and then they stamped just the bottom. I didn't try that. And then, look they took the Spotlight on Nature, and they embossed the back. Oh, really cool. Yep, I don't know who did that one. So, sometimes people don't put their name in them, and I don't know who they belong to. That one we're going to do last. Here's another one. It's Your Day. Kind of the same concept I did. 1, 2, 3. And then these are our textured notes, I think. And just a little, like kind of a vase. I like that. This one was cool. I have to open this one up because I was like, how do you open it? I don't remember who this one's from. A lot of the people I didn't know. They're part of a group. So I'm like, how do you open it? But what it is, it's flapped under here. Watch. It's interactive. Cheers to you. I tried one of these cards once. I didn't do so well. So I'm going to kind of just rotate it a little bit or curve it and put it under the cheers. Yeah, I say that and I can't get it in. There we go. Really cool card. So, and then I got a few more. Oh, no, we have one more. And then from my team member, this is Jennifer's. Again, she hit it out of the park. Now we do the envelopes and everything. So here we go. She used Wink of Stella. She heat embossed the white. Oh, I like that. So Jennifer, I really haven't opened this yet. There's a story about this. I thought I lost these for people, and I didn't think we had one for Robin and I know you gave them to me. However, because I know Jennifer's going to watch this, look at, she fussy cut those for the envelope. And then she did that stagger open card. Cheers, she heat embossed. Let's celebrate. Look at that. And she used, it looks like a window sheet with the texture. And that's how you would be able to still see your little lemons. Very cool. This is a beautiful card. Let's celebrate. So that was done by my team. So, and then I'll just show you the last, oh, wait a minute. Jennifer hasn't seen them. Never mind. I'm not going to show you them. They have them here, sneak peek. We had some people do a swap. But Jennifer, when I went scrapbooking yesterday, Kim and Karen told me, I already gave you, well, hopefully Robin sees this, I already gave Kim and Karen yours. I totally forgot. I have been searching my countertops and everything for this. So here's my card. And where's my cheers, cheers, cheers? I don't know where my envelope went now. Is it underneath? No, it's right over here. No, that's underneath it. I lost my envelope. Oh, here it is. Because I was going to emboss it. So I hope you like my card today. I hope you like seeing all the different samples. We learned a few things. I could have put window sheet on. I didn't do that. but you learned about the sweet swap or sweet sale where you buy one sweet, get one 50% off. If you want some of those newer ones, you can join my team. We are called the Stampin' Gems. We do swaps. You'll get beautiful things like this. We trade cards and we have fun team meetings and people will get recognized for their hard work. And I do that once a month. We gather for about an hour and a half. I try to keep it as short as it can be. And then, well, all these in here. And I'm going to keep Jennifer's and mine out. Yeah, get in there. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. So the best thing to do is, and I'll put a link in here later, is to, I think it's Jennifer's. Oops. So Jennifer's a team on my team. And so basically, I'll put a link to all the sweets that are on sale because there are previous last chance sweets. I don't know if they're a price difference. Probably not, but I didn't look. They could be on a sale price. I'm not sure. And you'll have to double check. So yeah, I think mine need a little bit of Wink Stella. I like how that turns out. These are just gorgeous. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Let me turn this around now. Oh, I have one more cool thing to show you. I knew there was one more thing. Let's slide these over here. All right. This had a pretty bow, but I don't know where the bow, I think it's upstairs in my bedroom. So it got a little beat up, not from me, but on the way. Some of you might know my friend, Wendy Lee. She's the woman that goes, shh, want to know a secret? She is hilarious. She and myself and Julie Scotchkey, we spent a lot of time on our incentive trip, which I need to say that less than 1% of the demonstrators in Stampin' Up! Earn it. And I did earn the trip to Disney. And I'm very proud of myself. And it was a lot of fun. So she brought this for us. I thought this was so clever. She said, rip it open. I said, all right. So we ripped it open. And inside, she put little bottles of cocktail mixer, tropical painkiller, apple teeny, #1 cup cocktail. I've never heard of that one. Okay. And Brazilian Capriana. That's a new one too. So these don't not have alcohol in them, but isn't that cute? And the time she spent to put the paper around, and they fit perfectly in this cube box. So that was really nice, a little pillow gift from, and she told me to rip it open, and it did get beat up on her trip to Orlando. So lots of fun. I hope you liked today's live. I know it's a little over, and hopefully I didn't forget anything. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn me around. Hello. Okay, I'm here. I hope you enjoyed today's video and card. I know it took a little longer, but I really wanted to share. Robin, I found your card. I'm so excited. And thank goodness that we had, I scrapbooked with my friend Carol and Kim yesterday and Karen because I didn't know where I lost them. And I thought, what did I do with the cards? So I will get your cards out, Jennifer. I couldn't send them out to everybody until I found the 2 cards. So, and I think that's it. So have a great weekend. I'm going to be doing creativity now. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're doing creativity now, I hope you enjoy that. And whatever the rest of you are going to do in this hot, hot weather that's coming this weekend, which I love. So I don't mind the heat. So I enjoy it. We'll see. I can't get outside and garden. Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget to stay tuned to this channel. And there's going to be something about flowers on Thursday. A little sneak peek. So, all right. I need to get to cleaning up this little design den of mine and put everything back together again. So, happy crafting to you, and I will see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.